What is going on YouTube? This is DBZ49 coming at you with a very interesting competitive deck profile, and that is Meck-Knight Invoked Dual Avatars. Yeah, the new archetype that just came out, and I really made a really nice build, and it's fairly budget, it's very fun, very easy to play, and I highly recommend it to any beginner. And without any further ado, let's get on with the main deck. Starting off with, obviously, triple Aleistars, and I'll describe how the synergy works with the whole deck, but obviously Aleistar is one of the main cards to help tutor out, invoked fusion monsters and recurring resources and things like that. Very good card. Let me zoom in a tad bit here. Okay, cool. And yeah, I mean, it's Aleistar, nothing more to talk about there. Next we play triple Yuhi. So maybe, so people will probably be like, okay, isn't this kind of conflicting that you have like two normal summons in your deck? And that is true, but there are unique ways you can make this work. So for starters, you're never guaranteed to open Aleistar every single turn. That's number one. So this could be like a sub option. And two, like, let's say like you have the dual avatars field spell, and then you summon this, and you have Aleistar in hand, and like an invocation. I know it's very situational, but you can, do your dual avatar play, and then send the Aleistar from your hand to the graveyard, then activate Invocation on top of that. So that's a pretty neat combo. But for those of you who don't know what Yuhi does, you can target one dual avatar monster you control, destroy it, and if you do, add a dual avatar spell card from your deck to your hand. So Stone Calling, or dual avatar calling. And then if a fusion monster using a effect monster as materials destroyed by battle or opponent's card effect while this card is your graveyard, you can add this card from your graveyard to your hand. So it can also recur itself, kind of like Aleistar, and you can use it as pitch fodder for like Dragoons or Mechaba, things of that nature. But yeah, it's really cool. It's really good. I don't play the other card because this is a blind second build, if I haven't mentioned that already. And the other card is like, it's okay. You could cut one copy from one of it, as it can serve as a hand trap. But yeah, also, another thing is, if you want to make it even more competitive, you can cut some dual avatar cards and substitute it with other hand traps or extenders, and I'll get more in depth into that. But this is just primarily just trying to utilize as much dual avatar cards as possible just to make it more fun. But you can easily make it more competitive by cutting more of the dual avatar cards and just really use it as a sub-engine. Next we played obviously the Mekk-Knight package, so the one Eclipse, double Blue Sky, and triple purple Nightfall. So the reason why this is really good is because it's free summons, it gathers resources, and you can use it for link material. And obviously they're big monsters, so it can help OTK. So the idea is like you're trying to generate as much advantage as possible, try to break boards. And like Stone Calling requires you to discard a card, so if you have an extraneous Mekk-Knight piece, you can easily discard it, or like you can easily link away the Meck-Knights and like a dual avatar monster or Aleistar for Verte and Anaconda to go into Dragoons. So it's really good. And next for the hand traps, we play a hefty amount because we're going second. We're playing triple Nibiru for obvious reasons. It's a combo format right now, and so I think Nibiru is absolutely necessary in the main. Next we play triple Ash Blossom, arguably the best hand trap right now. And then we play the Gamma package. One of the strongest hand traps right now because this card by itself can just end turns. And also it's really good for going first because like if you activate your field spell or terraforming and they try to ash it or something, you can easily Gamma, let your play go through, then go into Omega and rip a card, or you can like link away the PSY-Frame Gamma with like an Aleistar or something to make Verte. And that's also a valid option. Then obviously we play the Dragoons package, so you do play the one Red Eyes and the one Dark Magician. That is it for the monsters. And now moving on to the spells, we play triple Meltdown, obviously, to search out your Aleistars. Nothing much more to say about Meltdown. Next we play the dual avatar spell card, Perfect Synced Ayun. So it pretty much searches out your Yuhi, and if you control a dual avatar monster, you can spawn a token. But if you do, you're locked into fusions. But it's pretty cool because so you use this, search the Yuhi, normal summon Yuhi, spawn a token, use Yuhi's effect to destroy the token, search the Stone Calling. But the really interesting thing is if you're able to summon Verte Anaconda prior to using this card's effect, you're locked into fusion monsters, but it doesn't matter, right? Because you're going to use your Summon Calling to make dual avatar fusion monsters, summon like a Mechaba or something with Invocation, and then finally summon Dragoons with your Verte Anaconda. So you can have a really nasty board for going first and going second. And then obviously we play the 3 Invitation. Card's insane. Pretty much you can discard a card and special summon as many tokens as possible. Then you can fusion up to 2 times. But you're also locked into fusions, and this is a hard once per turn. So it's really easy to break boards and summon a lot of monsters and OTK with this deck. And it's just a really nice card. And one of the problems I was having with this deck is I've been playing a lot with dual avatars, trying to figure out what the best way is to utilize this deck. There are some variants you can do to go first and make it like a stun heavy deck, but I realized like the deck requires a lot of resources for it to go off. And like I was even so desperate to play cards like card supply or supply squad to like help gather resources, which is not a very good way to gather resources. But yeah, I figured that the best way to play dual avatar is to go blind second, try to break boards and combo with hand traps and other engines. But yeah, there's nothing much more to say. But like I said, you can easily cut like 2 of this and 2 Sinks and 2 Yuhis and put in like 3 extenders and instant fusion, mind control, Pankratops, and then like maybe 3 more hand traps and Veiler, Ghost Ogres, whatever you like to make it a more valid option. So yeah, anyways, then we play 2 Invocation, obviously for the Alistars, to search it off and to fuse and whatnot. It's funny because I sometimes even use Invocation to fuse my Red Eyes and Dark Magician in my hand. That comes up sometimes, but yeah, anyways, and then the 1 Terraforming to search out your field spells, and then the 1 Red Eyes Fusion. Another option you can do, when I was talking about cutting the engine, you can put in set rotation, Carbane in the stage, and to help search out your Alistars or Yuhis or whatever you need. That's also a valid option. And finally, for your traps, we play a triple Imperm, arguably one of the best monster negate hand traps to play right now. And that is it for the main deck. That is 40 cards, and now we can proceed with the side deck. This is obviously up to player's choice, but yeah, we play triple Artifact Lancea. I think this is mandatory now with Dinosaurs running around. Dinosaurs is a very hard matchup, and this card ultimately shuts them down. Then we play the 1 Pankratops. It's just a very flexible card, and there's not much more to say about Pankratops. Triple Dark Will No More, really good card. For those combo heavy decks, just negate their board and then proceed with your combos. Next, we play triple Lightning Storm. Right now, I think Lightning Storm's not too good because it's mainly combo format, not back row heavy. But if you do come across those decks like Altergeist or Subterrors, I mean, Lightning Storm's a really good card. Next, we played the 1 Mind Control. Very good card. I wanted to find space for this card in my main deck, but it's already 40 cards. But like I said, if you wanted to cut some of the engine, you can easily put in Mind Control. And then Harpy's Feather Duster, another valid option. A very powerful card. And finally, you play triple Evenly Matched. Again, for those back row decks, is just one of the best blowout cards to play right now. And so that is it for the side deck. Now, the awesome part, the extra deck. For our starters, we play for our Link monsters. We play the 1 Verte Anaconda, the 1 Secure Gardna, and then the 1 Salamangreat Almiraj, for Alistars, and then the Verte to bring out the Dragoons. The 1 Omega for the Gamma package. The 1 Cyber Dragon Nova. So whenever you play a Dogmatica and they make you send from your extra deck to the graveyard, you can easily send the Nova to bring out a Mechaba. The 1 Dragoons for the Verte. Double Mechaba. Opt for the Alistar package, really good negate card, and bring it out with Cyber Dragon Nova as well. The 1, I don't even know how to pronounce this card, but this card's really good because it can help pop cards and get over big cards like Dragoons. And then the 1 Purgatrio, help OTK get over big stuff. It's really powerful card. Next for the dual avatar fusions, and this is it's 5 cards, but you can easily cut some of this, but I'll explain that in a little bit. For starters, we play only 1 copy of Dual Avatar Empowered Kon-Gyo. So what this card does is that when this card battles, your opponent can't activate any cards or effects until the end of the damage step, so it's the Armades effect. And after, if this card attacks, after damage calculation, you can return one monster your opponent controls to the hand. So it's a really good out to cards like Dragoon. It can either crash it, or you can attack some other monster and bounce the Dragoon. Or, like, if you have the other fusion monster, which I'm about to get to, you can get that power boost to run over it. And when your opponent uses a spell or trap card or effect is activated that targets this card, you can and you control 2 or more fusion monsters, quick effect, you can negate the activation. So you can stop cards like Imperm and like a Fogblade with this card, so it's pretty cool. Next we play double Ah-Gyo, Armored Ah-Gyo, I think that's how you pronounce it. This card's pretty cool and pretty good. If this card's special summon, you could target one attack position monster your opponent controls and destroy it, but this card can't attack directly for the rest of this turn. Also, if you have a dual avatar monster that uses an effect monster to summon a fusion monster, all dual avatar monsters gains 300 attack and defense. So that's pretty good, helps get beefy. And lastly, we play 2 copies of Armored Un-Gyo, the feat one. This card, if a dual avatar monster you control will be destroyed by a battle card effect, you can destroy one dual avatar monster you control instead. So it helps. It can help protect your other dual avatar monsters. During the main phase, if you control a dual avatar fusion monster that was used as a fusion summon using an effect monster's material quick effect, you can target one face-up monster special summon from your extra deck, negates effect until the end of this turn. So it can serve as another negate. So if you're really nice, you can open and you're starting for going first this card, Mechaba and Dragoon. So this is ultimately 3 negates going first if you open really nice. Very hard to do, but yeah, I mean, this card can negate an extra deck monster, Omni negate, and an Omni negate. So this deck can go first or second. Like, you don't really have a problem with it. And so yeah, that is it for the deck profile, guys. If you have any questions or anything like that, please post it down below on the video. I'll try my very best to read all your comments and respond. Hit the like and subscribe button and have a nice day.